What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today I just want to make this is kind of a day zero type of situation or day like thing. Today's Sunday, tomorrow Monday. This is gonna relate. I know I jump all over the place, but recently I've been trying to up my study / immersion of Japanese, and I find myself, I struggle with this a lot, and this is something that the Japan Code talked about, and I've talked about this in past videos of where it's kind of this thing where, oh, if I don't have enough time to do this, I won't do it. It's going to take me 10 minutes to read, and I've only got 5 minutes, so I'm not going to read, like this kind of thing. And basically, I want to spend the next week kind of correcting that and going into almost like an AJAT mentality where it's all Japanese all the time. Like I am doing MIA, and technically you should be immersing and doing all this stuff as much as you can, but kind of the beauty of MIA versus AJAT is it's not like 24/7 in your ear Japanese. But I want to kind of flip that on end and do that this week. This is in part inspired by Language Come Up and Lamont from Days of French and Swedish, which I will post in the I'll post their respective videos in the description below, and you can go check those out. Basically, it's studying 40 hours, like basically a full-time study schedule over the course of a week. Now, I'm not 100% sure about Lamont in terms of if he, I think he had a little bit more free time. I don't know if he was home or just maybe his job has him working at home or whatever the deal is. I know Language Come Up Mark took vacation to do this. I'm still working my job 8 to 5, and so I'm not 100% sure about 40 hours, but basically my goal is this, 40 hours of like active study. Basically my goal is this. I want to be immersed in the language for 40 hours this entire week, and that can include passive immersion. Now, with that being said, my passive immersion can only total about 20 hours, where basically over half of my time has to be spent as active Japanese study, whether it be flashcards or reviewing some grammar or immersion or whatever else it is that I'm doing. And so that is my goal. Now, I know that there's different opinions on passive immersion and things like that, but my passive immersion for this week is going to be concentrated kind of some stuff that I took from Nuke Marine, which is, it's going to be fully comprehensible input. I mentioned earlier, I think in a live stream, the Trimsler thing where Nuke Marine had taken Pimsleur, trimmed all the English out, and it's just the Japanese portions. And then as I add a Pimsleur lesson of Japanese, I'm going to specifically add the Trimsler, and then I'm going to listen to that. And my review of Pimsleur is going to be just the Japanese. That way it's fully comprehensible input, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, in order to track this, I've uploaded those into my personal, it's private, so nobody else can access it. I'm not like helping pirate anything, but like I've added all the Trimslers to my link audio playlist, and so I'll listen to those, and that actually tracks how much that you've listened, so I'll be able to do that without having to try and actively think about how much it is, and at the end of the day, I'll total whatever my listening time is, and that'll be my passive immersion time. So I don't have any interviews scheduled this week except for Saturday, and this week is going to be a light interview week. I'm just going to keep the Saturday one, and that is because I want to do this. So at 9 o'clock when I would normally be streaming, I will probably jump into just study, whether it be, whatever methods I talked about. I may do a live stream or two throughout the week, kind of like I did yesterday, of just doing like Close Master or reading over some grammar or stuff like that, and that will obviously count towards my immersion goals, but that is it. So basically, yeah, full-time learning schedule with a full-time job and a family. I have a wife and a kid, and we are going to see kind of what we can do. So I'll probably have to up my resources just because it's going to be hard, because after I hit a limit on Anki, what am I to do? I guess I could add a couple more words, but I don't want to overkill it. But I also don't want to spend 90% of my time just immersing on stuff that I don't understand. I may download maybe a script from an episode of a TV show that I had, kind of read through it and just try to piece together what it means. I don't really know. I don't know. So I will still be using like Bunpo and stuff for grammar. I thought about potentially just for this week downloading Lingodeer, but I'm not 100% sure. And that's just because even though I am anti-app and anti-like gamification right now, Lingodeer at least could be kanji practice, because I can turn the furigana off and just have specifically the kanji characters, and then also it would be teaching me grammar, and I can kind of review some of the stuff that I've learned, just grammar stuff. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I probably still will not do that, but I just need to figure something out. So, but yeah, that is it. So this is kind of the introduction to that. I may make a video throughout the week. I'm not 100% sure, because if I make videos, that's taking time away from my study. But yeah, 20 hours at least of active study, immersion, and then 20 hours of passive, and then I will give you the totals probably next Monday. I'll run it Monday through Sunday. So, but that is going to be it. Feel free to follow along on the journey. You can follow me on social media at Seabolt Speaks. And yeah, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, advice, tips, anything like that, feel free to leave a comment. I read and respond to all those. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.